Oh, here's one of those thick hinges I was talking about. Can feel it when it bends. Let's just bring back. See the amount of space here? That's about where it usually is. Okay. So I usually put it at that spot. And I'm holding it way down so that there's space. Okay. 3 loose loops. Taut. Okay. So it's tight enough where if I let go, it's not going anywhere, but I'm not pulling it tight. So I can move this cane around without having to hold it in place because of how tight I have this. Or how, I mean, the exact tightness. And if you want to kind of feel, I don't know if that would matter. Okay, so there's too much space on this side versus this side. Can you see that?
Yep.
So I need to wedge it that way. So I'm going to put this finger here. I'm getting close enough. And then I'm going to push it, but as I'm ready to push, I have to release this string a little. I have to relax my hand a little bit. See that? I'm going to relax this hand a little bit so that the string loosens enough for me to push with this thumb, right, these 2 pieces down here and pushing forward, and this finger. Just kind of wedge it forward. Then I'm going to make it tight enough so I can check it. Make sure it's straight. Too much. So now I put my finger back on here and I'm going to push towards my chest with this finger because I went too far. But I have to relax the string. And that's one of the reasons you put this here, because once I relax the string, this helps keep it in place. Hold it tight a little bit. That looks pretty good. Let's make sure it's still straight. Notice I'm not hanging on to it, but I've got it tight enough here.
Yeah.
Because that helps you to be able to. I'm just checking the handle to make sure it's flat in the side so that it's not, could be flat but tilted a little bit. Okay, it looks straight. So then I'm going to hang on to it now because I won't want it to move. I'm going to pull this tight. And I'm going to double check that it didn't shift. Sometimes it shifts. Looks good. A little more space over here. I might have to readjust that, but I'm going to just scrape or tie up and see. Sometimes it still will seal. And sometimes it's the hinge on the top. When it's a thick hinge, be able to tell. Can still see a little pencil mark. Okay. So now I have to decide, is it not sealing here because of the hinge or the tie? I think it's a little bit of both. I think I'd like a little bit more space over on that side, so I'm going to redo it. Back to the 3 loops. It's not uncommon to have to do this. Okay, so I'm going to loosen it up, and I want it to go that way a little bit. So I'm going to relax the string and push it just a little bit. Tighten it. Make sure it's still straight. Okay, now I'm going to try to go back up. One more. Yeah, that's better. That hinge. See if I close that, because the hinge is so thick up there. You can see it seals at that point if I kind of close that hinge. hard to tell. Okay, I'm going to cross over now. Okay. Here's our fun part. Got it tight right here. Fingers over. Oh, I need more space. If you're too close, let me show you. You don't have enough space to get the reed underneath. But if you're too far away, then you can't keep it tight. When you bring it down, it gets loose. Like that is, okay. So right about there. Spreading my fingers to keep it tight. Put these on top. See how I kind of angled it up? That helps. If you're like this, it's really difficult. Pull it tight. Cinch it in. Try it again. Bring it down. Spread my fingers. Get it snug down. Pull it tight. In 3.
You normally do more than 1?
I do 3.
Okay.
I do 3.
Okay.
And that's why I leave some space, because then they tuck in there easier.
Okay.
Okay, then cut it.